attractive guy who I was flirting with. He was flirting with me also. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. Not really. Anyway, he came over to my table and said, unfortunately, he was leaving. And I said, I don't normally do this, but could I have your number? To which he responded, if you don't normally do this, maybe don't start now. And I was like, what? Okay, so you don't want me to have your number? And he said that he was trying to be a gentleman. And I was like, okay. And just ran off. What the fuck? What? I've never asked a man for his number before, and I don't go out there and expect men to give me their number, but we were flirting. We were being really Why did he come over and say, I'm not giving it any more energy. I just wanted to share it because I'm never asking a man for his number ever again.
Welcome back to Masculine Academy channel, where we are helping men to become their best version. Today, we are reviewing why there's a growing community of men that are walking out of relationships. Let's dive in.
You wanted equality and now you're complaining that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. Equality also means the same. And since these men are not gay, why would they want to be in a relationship with another man? So you got your equality and now they don't want to be in a relationship with you because you bring nothing to the table. You're basically men. They use you for one thing now. Of course they do, because that's what makes them not gay. But everything else, you're just like a guy. So they don't want to be in a relationship with a guy, otherwise they would be gay. And since they're not, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. You're not respectful, you don't give them peace. Maybe try being kind and sweet and nice, and don't bring drama into their lives. And don't try to change them, accept them for who they are and believe in them. And then they'll want to be in a relationship with you. It's not the fact that they don't want to be in relationships, they just don't want to be in a relationship with you. There's a difference.
Normally, equality means the same. The same way men go to talk to women, in 2024, women should go to talk to men. The issue is that we have a society where both men and women are worse quality than their ancestors. I personally don't think that there's anything wrong with a woman pushing a man to be better. So of course we should accept people as they are, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with someone being ambitious and pushing you a little bit. But at the end of the day, men do not want a woman that brings the same to the table as they do. When people usually say, I don't want to be in a relationship, you have to add with you at the end. Because the vast majority of women are open to relationship with the right man. A man that they would consider a high value man.
An idiot. The sweetest guy just approached me in Woolworth. It's a Monday morning, doing my grocery shopping to do my juicing. And he came up to me and he goes, excuse me, miss, I just wanted to stop you and tell you that you are so beautiful and I would love to get your number to take you out. And my instant reaction was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I have a boyfriend. Which is not true. I don't know why I said that. I'm actually kicking myself for saying I do not have a boyfriend. I'm not talking to anyone, but my instant reaction, because no one's ever done that to me before, I froze and was like, I'm so sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he's like, oh, that's really sad, but you never know if you don't try. And I'm like, yeah, I really admire you for coming up and talking, thank you so much, have a beautiful day. And he's like, you too, miss, all the best. Why did I tell him I had a boyfriend when I don't? Ugh. This is why I'm single. This is why I'm single.
That was actually quite funny. But clearly this is the consequences of men hatred and also the Me Too movement, which has been dramatic for relationship, especially when people meet in social spaces, for example at work. And today there's so much hatred between men and women. It is really sad to see a society where men and women are adversaries instead of collaborating together. Instead of being so angry at men to the point where you're even rejecting the men you're interested in. Of course, Me Too plays a huge role. There's no wonder men stop approaching women. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting the like button and follow for more similar content.
I am absolutely convinced that men don't actually want relationships. Like, men want their lives as is.
And guess what? You'd be 100% correct in assuming that, because we're done. We're walking away. You see, we've adopted what women have been preaching for the last 50 years. We don't need women. We can take care of ourselves. There's nothing to be gained by being in a relationship. So after 50 years of hearing that used against us, now we've adopted it. And all of a sudden you're upset about it. I'm not sure why. We're just simply following your lead. You got what you wanted. Let's enjoy it.
This guy has some very valid point to the fact that feminism has done tremendous damages to the society, especially to relationships. But at the same time, I do not want the society to fall into nihilism. There's hope, and we need to find this hope. Of course, relationships are extremely difficult today, and that has not been helped by movements like feminism. But if you think about it, back in the days, men could only get access, sexual access, by being in relationships. Now they can get it outside. So why would they commit to a relationship, especially when they see the divorce rate that is so high and the dreadful consequences in family court in case of divorce? My opinion is that we both need each other. Men and women are not opponents, and it's not a race to nihilism.
No, let me get this straight. Let me just line this out, make sure I have this right. So you do something shitty to me, and you break my trust and break my heart, and now I don't get to have you anymore? I have to live my life without you because I'm supposed to have self-respect? I don't need self-respect that bad. I don't. This is stupid. Healing is stupid.
Let me put it this way. Cheating is stupid, and it has become more and more frequent because it's more and more accepted by the society. Socially enforcing the moral rules had a great role to prevent such behavior in the past. So this is exactly where we need to come back to.
I feel like a lot of men have a good reason for avoiding marriage today.
I love it.
And even you can even say even cohabitation, like a woman can seize your assets even if you're just living together. Even so much so, it's in certain states, and I'll say it varies from state to state. I know the chat, but it's like if she leaves her stuff at your apartment for like a period of 3 months, she can literally seize your assets.
The reality is that family laws have been corrupted by the feminist agenda, to the point where the definition of the words have been modified to benefit women. State marriage is dreadful. I still believe that marriage's long-term commitment between men and women is the best thing for society. Long-term relationships are the cornerstone of a healthy society. People telling young men to just get married without listening to their valid concern is heartbreaking. There are some very valid concerns in terms of the family court and the divorce. But these concerns have to be addressed because at the end of the day, the best way forward is for women and men to be together. They are complementary to raising the next generation.
So people are always like, oh my gosh, you tell you you're so confident. I wish I had your confidence. I'm delusional. The key to my confidence is that it's rooted in delusion. Hear me out. When I walk into a room, you can't convince me everyone's not staring at me. Why? Because I feel like I'm an attractive woman. And if I see an attractive woman walk into a room, I'm gonna stare at her. Logic. Another example, relationships. Whom girls are like, or my friends are like, what if he leaves you for another woman? He won't. The day a man leaves me is not because he left me for another woman. It's because he belongs in a mental institution. Okay? That's the only logical explanation for that. A wheel stopped turning. In addition to that, when I'm dancing, I give Meg Thee Stallion a run for her money every time.
You can't convince me otherwise. Delusion. That's all you need for confidence.
This is actually funny. On the serious note, it takes more courage to admit that you're not a 10 than pretending that you're a 10 when you're not. Sooner or later, the reality will catch up with you. And this is why the highest consumers of antidepressants in the world are women in the US who are over 40, who are single and childless. At the end of the day, it's about acknowledging that women and men are complementary, especially in the role of raising the next generation. Feminism played a big role in corrupting the 3 generations. If you want to see Andrew Wilson destroying a so-called feminist, click on the link above to watch this video. Don't miss it.